So this is your Chameleon Colourless Blender pen, and it is a double-ended pen, just like your regular Chameleon. There's a bullet nib on one end, and on the other end we've got this nice super soft Japanese brush tip. Again, you have that great band that indicates which side is the brush and which side is the bullet. So this is contains a colorless toning medium, and this is actually the same toning medium that's inside of your Chameleon mixing chamber, which is kind of cool. But what it does, they call it a colorless blender, but it does many things. One of the things that it can do is it acts almost like a bleach or a lightener. So just to show you, if you had color that you've already laid down and maybe you want to lighten that color up a little bit, this will actually go, and if you go over top of it, it kind of bleaches the color out. It lightens it up. So just going like this, and you'll see after a little bit of period of time, it takes some time to dry. And when it's wet, it'll still look a little bit dark. But what you'll find is that it'll turn a little bit lighter after it sits for a period of time. So you can see that lightening now. Basically what it does is it acts as a bleach, so it can take some of the color out. Don't worry if you get any on the tip, it'll actually come out. And here's a little bit of a hint for you, which is kind of fun, is if you find you have a little bit extra left on the tip, you can actually remove it just by putting it into one of the mixing chambers, and it will sort of pull that extra color back out again. So that's just a little neat factoid. Another thing that you can use this for, and the second thing, is you can be able to remove or sort of push color out of the way. So let's just see if you've got a area here that you've colored outside the lines. Basically what you can do is you can use your blender to sort of wet this up, and again, it's going to be wet, you gotta let it dry, but you'll see you kind of push the color and the bleach will take the color out. So once you let that dry, it'll go back white, and then you can hit it a few more times. So it kind of acts like an eraser. So that's the second thing you can do with it. And then the third thing you can do with it, which is really kind of fun, is you can create patterns or textures. And this is all in the instructions, but you can use either the bullet or the brush nib. I'm just using the brush nib at the moment. And you're just gonna run it over top of the area that you're working on. Again, you might not see it change immediately, but once it dries, you'll find it'll start to give you this light texture, and it can add some pretty cool effects to what you're coloring with. So 3 different things that you can do with your colorless blender pen, and this is all in the instructions. For more great tips and techniques, check out our video learning gallery on ChameleonPens.com.